Hey, Tasha here, and today I'm going to tell you a secret to launching, and I feel pretty bad about this because I think I have forgotten to tell you this really, really critical piece of information over the past 2.5 years. So make sure you pay attention to this video. Before we get started, the keys to being successful in your network marketing business is learn how to, or to be really, really good at making sales, to help your team members make sales, and to develop leaders. And so I just want to make sure you know about our group coaching program, our most popular one called Your Direct Sales Foundation. And you can learn more at emergesalestraining.com/YDSF to learn about how you can take your business to the next level and help your team to take their business to the next level. Okay, so today I am going to give you this detail that is really, really going to help with your business. And you may have figured this out intuitively already. I apologize. I thought it was intuitive, but I'm noticing this is a huge gap for a lot of people. And it is around your business builders who say yes, and then you start training them, and then they never actually do anything. So we're going to talk about why that is. A few weeks ago, I held a contest. One of our coaches, Missy, was running a marathon for charity. And so I did a raffle for a free coaching call. So I was coaching this individual in the Emerge community, and she was really frustrated about how many builders she had that had said yes, and they were in training, or that she had trained them, and then they never did anything. And I just simply said, well, did you set a launch date? And she looked at me and said, a what? I said, a launch date, like a start date. Did you set up when they were going to actually start and have their first big weekend? And she just looked at me like, what on earth are you talking about? And I said, a launch date. And so we started to go through this. And I felt so bad. And so she called a few of her 7 builders who had not launched yet, and just said, hey, we need to pick a launch date, a weekend in which you are going to start and launch your business. And 2 of them picked a date, and they are moving forward. And we were both like, wow, that was all it took. And I think for me as a coach or as a trainer, or just kind of having too much experience, is a total blind spot for me, because I thought that would be something that people would just know, I guess. And I didn't put enough emphasis on it. And so it's really, really important. So let's break this down. Step 1, you have someone say, yes, I want to build this business. Step 2 is to say something like, all right, well, let's go ahead and pick a weekend that's going to be your launch day. I want to make sure you get off to a fast start, and that your first check is something that you can be proud of. Let's open up our calendars. Let's pick a launch date. Or maybe it's 1 weekend, maybe it's 2 weekends, but we're going to set that launch date, and then we're going to say, okay, in order to get ready for that launch date, here are the training options. I recommend to give a choice of 2 training options. Maybe it's We Can Practice With Me. You can take Emerge Direct Sales Foundation, and then we can do a little practice, or just whatever your options for your training process is. It doesn't really matter for the scope of this particular teaching. But then we'll set up the trainings and schedule it and all that, because we have that urgency. And why is that so important? Well, let's go ahead and talk about my wedding again. So Charlie and I got engaged middle of May of 2008, 10 years. And we got married August 16th. That's 3 months. And we had to get it done. My brother was going to dental school, and so we needed to do it before he left on the 20th. And so we picked the very last weekend, and we said, okay, it has to be August 16th, because he wasn't going to be able to fly out for the multiple days of events that we were going to have to do. And we had to do it while my uncle was able to be in town. He was working in China, and we had to coordinate that trip as well, because my cousin was still in high school, and so he needed to go to school. So all these people had to go to school, so it had to be August 16th. And you know what? We made it happen. It was an Indian wedding. There were 3 events. There were 400 people there, and my mom made it happen with the help of a bunch of people, and it was awesome. We didn't say, okay, well, let's plan all the details of the wedding. Let's pick the cake. Let's get the flowers. Let's find a DJ. Let's do all of these things, and then we'll set a date. That doesn't make any sense. It just like it doesn't make sense to say, okay, we need to eat. I'm going to start getting ready, and when I'm done getting ready, then we'll make the reservation. Or I'm going to keep the house clean all the time in case my mom stops by, right? These things don't exist in our lives. First, what do we do for a wedding? We set the date, and then we plan the preparation accordingly. If we want to go to dinner at a nice place, we set the reservation and we plan our getting ready time appropriately. We wait, and our mom calls and says, I'll be there in 15 minutes, and then we hurry up and we scramble and clean the house in 15 minutes. And why do we think that our builders would operate any differently? The real question isn't when are you ready to start your business? The real question is when do you want to start earning a significant income from your business? And that is a different question. So if I were to say, when do you want to start? Well, I mean, never or later. If you say, when do you want to earn your first $200 to $300 check? Well, yesterday. Okay, great. Well, if we want to get started in 2 weeks, then we need to get going right away so that this will be the date of your particular check. And then we'll be able to go from there. Now, as I say, first check of $200 or $300, I want to check your expectations. Some of you are getting super excited and you said, okay, this is right. This is the piece that I was missing. Some of you are thinking, why are you talking about this, Tasha? This is such a duh moment. And to you, I will say, this is what your team members are missing and why they're not launching people. But some of you might be thinking, there's no way they're going to be able to make that much. There's no way they're going to be able to sell that much their first weekend. And to you, I will say, go prove yourself wrong. If you feel that it is not reasonable or a little bit crazy to get between 6 and 10 new customers in someone's first weekend, I am going to challenge you to do a relaunch on yourself, to pick a weekend, work toward it, and help 6 to 10 customers get your products in one weekend, and to be creative and relaunch yourself so that you can fix your belief system. Because belief and confidence, they're contagious. So are lack of belief and lack of confidence. And so if you don't think that's doable, you're going to spread that to your new builders, and they're not going to be able to do it either, and that's a big problem. Okay, now your next question might be, okay, Tasha, if they don't set a date, then what? What if they just want to get ready and wait till they're ready, and then you say, okay, awesome, go get ready, and then let's connect when it's time to set a date? My advice as a business coach would be that until they set a date, you don't actively engage in their training process. You are a legitimate business owner, my friend. And if you are a legitimate business owner, then you need to operate like a legitimate business owner. And on no business ever does someone say, I'm going to walk into your company. I would like for you to spend all your time training me, but I'm not sure when I'm going to start. That's not how that works. You pick a start date and then you train before that. Or you pick a start date and you kind of get started, and then you go through some more intensive training to help you to get more confident and get better results. So however you set up your training, I just think it's really, really important that we remember that this is the order. Someone says, yes, I want to build a team. Then you set a launch date, a weekend in which they're going to have a pop. And then you schedule their training before that so that they can be proficient and they can have a great, great first weekend. I hope this was helpful for you. I know it will help you to launch more builders and build your team. If you are a little bit fuzzy on your sales process and your recruiting process, the right coaching program for you to enroll in is your Direct Sales Foundation. And you can learn more at emergesalestraining.com/YDSF. Thank you for watching this, and have an awesome day.